In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on March 18, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best bet single picks, best bet parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Duke versus Tennessee. The second round of the NCAA tournament continues in the East region when the 5-seed Duke Blue Devils take on the 4-seed Tennessee Volunteers. Duke completely dominated 12-seed Oral Roberts in the first round, winning 74-51 as only 6-point favorites. Tennessee had to sneak by the 13-seed Louisiana, winning 58-55 as 11.5-point favorites. These two teams did not meet in the regular season. The winner advances to play in the Sweet 16. The injury to Ziegler is going to play a huge role in this game. Tennessee almost let Louisiana come all the way back for an upset, something that may not have happened with an experienced point guard at the helm. Also, Duke's guard Jeremy Roach is playing his best basketball of the season, stepping up and leading the Blue Devils in the postseason. Tennessee has a great defense, but the heart and soul of that unit was Ziegler, as he made the all-defensive team. Roach will have a favorable matchup here with Ziegler out. Filipowski will have a bounce-back game as well. He will not remain quiet, especially considering Tennessee does not have a rim protector as big as Oral Roberts did. Duke won the Atlantic Coast Conference tournament and is peaking at the right point of the season. The Duke Blue Devils were one of the hotter teams in the country entering this tournament, and the way they routed Oral Roberts should give you even more confidence. The Tennessee Volunteers had an 18-point lead over Louisiana with 12 minutes left and found themselves in a tight game late. Duke is steamrolling teams right now, wins in the favorite role by an average of 11 points, and I'm not sure anybody should be eager to step in front of them. I have a hard time seeing how the Volunteers can win in this spot, so the Duke Blue Devils to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Ken Palm's pace of play statistics point to the under, but this line got too low to play the under here, so we will go against the metrics. Tennessee is ranked 276th in tempo, and Duke is ranked 295th. But that does not mean these teams cannot score. Duke is 41st in offensive efficiency and Tennessee is 62nd. Both teams are highly capable of putting the ball in the basket and getting hot. The best defender in the game is injured, as taking Ziegler out of the equation changes the efficiency of Tennessee's defense. Duke only had 2 totals in the 120s all season, and both were against Virginia. These teams will score more than expected and go past the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Arkansas versus Kansas. While there were upsets aplenty on day 1 of tournament action, the top portion of the West region played true to form. The 8th-seeded Arkansas Razorbacks advanced to the round of 32 with a win over 9th-seeded Illinois on Thursday afternoon, and the top-seeded Kansas Jayhawks were able to advance with a convincing win over Howard. These 2 Power 5 conferences will now square off on Saturday, both hoping to advance to the Sweet 16. The Razorbacks benefited from the inconsistent play of Illinois in round 1, something that has been a trademark of the Illini all season. Kansas had some of those issues early in the season, but the Jayhawks have been playing at an extremely high level since then. They played the toughest schedule in college basketball this season and have 14 victories over tournament teams to prove it. Keep in mind that Arkansas is just 5-11 versus tournament teams this season. The return of McCullers has also strengthened the Jayhawks' depth and should help distribute the scoring better. Kansas has thrived this season when the scoring was spread out, as it was in the blowout win over Howard. The Jayhawks are 10-5 against the spread in the last 15 games, and I expect that number to improve against the Razorbacks. So the Kansas Jayhawks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Arkansas has gone under in 2 of their previous 3 games and has held their opponent to 63 points or less in their last 2. Kansas has gone under in 3 of their last 4 games and has held their opponent to 68 points or less in 6 straight. Arkansas and Kansas currently rank 67th and 69th in pace of play respectively. While both teams shoot the ball very well, each team near 48% for the season, the 2 teams also play excellent defense, and I expect that to rule the day in this matchup. Arkansas has played under the total in 2 straight games, games and 3 of its last 5 games. Prior to the Howard game, the Jayhawks have played under the total in 7 straight games. Kansas plays at a fast tempo, ranked 69th in the country, but the Jayhawks can be a bit sloppy as well. They hold a negative turnover margin of minus 0.79 on the season. Arkansas also moves quickly, ranking 48th in pace of play, but are coming off a game in which the team had 19 turnovers. Most signs point to a lower scoring affair. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Auburn versus Houston. The Auburn Tigers and the Houston Cougars meet Saturday in NCAA tournament second-round college basketball action from Legacy Arena. Auburn is currently 21-12 on the year. The Tigers beat Iowa in their tournament game on Thursday. As for Houston, they're 32-3 on the season and coming off a win over Northern Kentucky. Auburn posted a sketchy 3-4 run to finish off the regular season, falling to Alabama, Vanderbilt, Kentucky, and Alabama again along the way to a 20-11 record. The Tigers didn't last long in the Southeastern Conference tournament, losing to Arkansas 76-73 last week. The Tigers bounced back in a first-round matchup versus Iowa on Thursday. Auburn took a 31-26 edge into the second half, then went on a 52-49 run for an 83-75 victory. Both Johnny Broome and Alan Flanagan doubled up. Over on the Houston side, they went 29-2 in their regular season campaign, finishing on an 11-game win streak. The Cougars then charged into the American Athletic Conference tournament, beating East Carolina 60-46 and Cincinnati 69-48. Houston ended up falling to Memphis 75-65. However, in Thursday's first-round tournament matchup versus Northern Kentucky, the Cougars were up 30-27 in the locker room. Houston hit a 33-25 stretch from there and took the win 63-52. Jarace Walker was the top scorer on 16 points and 6 rebounds. The Tigers have been inconsistent this season, but they played a complete game to beat Iowa in the first round of the tournament. Houston has struggled their last 2 games, with Sasser missing the tournament final against Memphis, a game the Cougars lost, and the team star missing the second half against Northern Kentucky, a game Houston never led by more than 11 in. The Tigers limped into the postseason with some close losses down the stretch, but the team has mostly been competitive. Auburn managed a nice victory over Iowa on Thursday to gain some momentum, shooting 46% from the floor with just 7 turnovers. The Tigers were outmuscled 44-38 on the boards, but the offense carried them through. As for Houston, they held the Norse to just 27.5% shooting in Thursday's matchup and had a 42-33 rebounding edge. The Cougars had 17 turnovers and didn't exactly play a dominant game, but they took care of business. Auburn will have their hands full, but I believe that they will keep things very close. So the Auburn Tigers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Both of these teams were strong defensively this year, and neither likes to play fast. Auburn is 164th in adjusted tempo out of 363 teams in the nation, and Houston is 342 out 363 teams in the nation in adjusted tempo. Houston top scorer, Sasser, is also likely to be out for this game after re-aggravating his groin injury and missing the entire second half against Northern Kentucky in the Cougars' last game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.